I think one of the big reasons why a lot of left-wing policies aren't popular online is because they're not popular in real life.
Oh.
If you're talking about like a lot.
He said left-wing policies are not popular online because they're not popular in real life. I mean, I'm just saying. I just stated some facts here. So who are we to believe? Someone who just thinks about some things or someone who's reading some things? Facts. I'm just saying, hey, once again, why is he talking about politics? Go play a video game or something. Hey, thank you for clicking this video. Just to let you know, this is a clip from my previous live stream that I did. Just want to let you know I go live every Sunday through Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. And if you don't know what time that is, go ahead and Google that so you can meet me and have a conversation on my next stream. Once again, I appreciate you clicking this video. Now let's enjoy the video. All right, guys. So when it comes to when it comes to people like Asmongold, okay, and like I said before, I did one video talking about his dumb take on politics, okay, and his followers, whatever you want to call them, decided to watch my video, which once again, thank you. 10,000 views. I appreciate that. Even if it's coming from an idiot, I appreciate your views. In the comments, about 98% of the comments were straight from his fans, and they let me know. But once again, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Mike Tyson. I don't care if you're, Kendrick Lamar. Don't care if you are the Pope. Okay, if you say something stupid that has to do with politics, just like a good neighbor, I am going to be there. Just like the scary movies, when the teens are hiding in the house and they look out the window and Jason is there, expect me to be there. Especially when you have a low quality opinion about politics. And we're going to get into the video, but let me just give you some facts here. So once we watch the video, you can at least have this in your mind, okay? When it comes to a majority of Americans, including 67% of working class voters and 58% of college educated voters, support a federal minimum wage of at least $17 an hour. Once again, that sounds like increasing the minimum wage is a popular thing. Hey, there's more. Around 58% of less educated Americans and 61% of college educated Americans believe that declines in union representation have been bad for working people. Once again, that sounds pretty popular to people, right? About 80% of working class and 82% of college educated voters support a 1.2 trillion federal investment in infrastructure. Sounds pretty popular. A recent economics YouGov poll reports that 59% of Americans support Medicare for all, while 27% oppose it. Once again, with the information that I just gave you, kind of lets you know more than half of Americans support these policies. Now here's a question. Are Republicans championing these politics? No. Are the liberal Democrats setting these policies in the forefront? No, they're not. The Progressive Party is the only party that is representing these policies in their platform. So once again, I'm sorry when people continue to act like there's not representation when it comes to these popular policies. It's just a lie. But hey, don't hear it from me. Let's go ahead and hear it from the Roach King himself.
And still hasn't caught up. Republicans vertically are very well integrated when it comes to.
I think one of the big reasons why a lot of left-wing.
Let's rewind this just a little bit, and I can take this off. Let's take a listen.
Has it taken the left so long to catch up and still hasn't caught up? Republicans vertically are very well integrated when it comes to...
I think one of the big reasons why a lot of left-wing policies aren't popular online is because they're not popular in real life.
Oh.
If you're talking about like a lot...
He said left-wing policies are not popular online because they're not popular in real life. I mean, I'm just saying. I just stated some facts here. So who are we to believe? Someone who just thinks about some things or someone who's reading some things? Facts. I'm just saying, hey, once again, why is he talking about politics? Go play a video game or something.
Big reasons why a lot of left-wing policies aren't popular online is because they're not popular in real life.
Okay.
If you're talking about like a lot of these edge case issues, stuff like no borders, the trans issues, stuff like that, it's because they're not popular, period.
They're not popular, period. Okay, first off, okay, and I asked this question to every Asmongold fan that I know is going to be blessing me with their view, because once again, hey, my videos is for everybody, including idiots, those who are mentally challenged, those who have the IQ of room temperature, those who lick windows as a profession. You can watch my videos too. It is okay. Enjoy yourself. Hopefully you learn something. But once again, who in the Democratic Party is championing for open borders? Don't worry, I'll wait. I'm pretty sure you'll figure out something, right? Second, trans issues are American issues. I mean, I know it's against popular belief, but trans Americans are American still. So it doesn't make sense for political parties who's supposed to represent the entire American people exclude trans people because of what? Hateful people find it uncomfortable? I'm sorry. Then what's next? Black folks? Because they find that uncomfortable? Mexican folks, because it's uncomfortable, it's an uncomfortable topic for them? I'm sorry. Either grow up or get out of the conversation. So, once again, trans Americans are still Americans, and we need politicians that understand that and can do a proper messaging for these groups of people. But just saying it's unpopular, what does that mean? That doesn't mean nothing. So, there you go. Hey, once again, this idiot doesn't know nothing about politics, but I am a good neighbor, okay?
Use stuff like that. It's because they're not popular, period. That's the reason why. I mean, if you interview and you poll people and you see what the numbers are, it very clearly indicates that this is a deeply unpopular position to have. It's imaginary thinking. Exactly, it is. And I think that also another big issue and the other big reason why they're not popular is because the people that are pushing them are generally very autocratic. And they're trying to push them and they demonize anybody else who doesn't think like they do. And
they push and demonize people who don't think like them. I mean, when you are sitting here marginalizing and demonizing a group of American people for your own political gain, I'm sorry, you're going to get some pushback. I mean, that makes sense, right? If the majority of Americans were strictly attacking ugly people like this who just sit around in an attic all day, you know, just eating their fingernails and naming themselves the Roach King, I'm sorry. You still deserve representation no matter how most of a despicable person you are. I'm sorry, you're still an American. Hey, guess what? You still deserve representation. But hey, maybe he got like, you know, fingernails still stuck in his ear or something. I don't know.
I think that alienates people. It does in the long term.
making sure that they're winning elections.
Yeah.
Right? There's
Yeah.
people who in 2020 they thought the election was stolen in every state basically.
True.
Yeah.
But they still showed up to vote next time. So something is happening there where they're really big on going out and winning elections. And I think
I mean, to be fair, people said that the 2016 election was rigged by Russia, and they still came back and they voted in record numbers for Biden. I think that ever since the 2016 election, every election has been fake. That's it. Every election is fake. Every election is rigged. People were saying that even the 2024 election was rigged. And what else can you do? Yeah, I know, right? But that's what I'm saying. They're still saying it? I'm just saying, right? That's the reason. I disagree with that. I don't think any of the elections were rigged, and I think that people are just coping with losing. That's what I think.
that
Yeah, but unfortunately, I guarantee, and I'm not a betting man, okay? I am not a betting man. But I bet more than half of your audience is that stupid and still believes 2020 was rigged. I'm just saying. You know, like, just based off the comments that I know I'm going to be getting, they're idiots. And that's what they believe. So, hey, that's the type of community you build, is a bunch of idiots.
that shows at every single level, to where when people are organizing or when people are creating alternative media networks, whether you're talking Tim Pool, influencing other ones like Joe Rogan, or
Yeah.
trying to do things with college kids like Charlie Kirk, they're making these events and they're gathering all these different people. For Charlie Kirk, it's school kids, but the single focus is winning elections. It's incredible.
I think that's a good point. Obviously, like, they're definitely focused on the goal more than the left is. And this is kind of what I was discussing more yesterday about, maybe it was the day before, I don't remember exactly, about how I think a lot of left-wing thinking ends up Ouroboros cannibalizing itself. Because if you agree with, like, a leftist person on 9 out of 10 things, the one thing that you don't agree on will get them to call you a Nazi. And if you can agree with a conservative on 1 out of 10 things, they can still work with you on those 1 out of 10 things and not call you a fucking communist evil person. Now,
All right. So this aligned thinking here is interesting, okay? Because it's not the first time we've been in these type of conversations, and I wouldn't laid out as, you know, if you're talking to a leftist and if you agree with 9 out of the 10, you know, but that one, they're gonna call you a Nazi. No. But the thing is, with a lot of progressives that I've been talking to for the past 2 years, we have principles, we have integrity, we have this thing called a moral compass. Okay, so for example, if you do not like that America is participating in a genocide over there in Gaza with assisting Israel, you have principles. I know a lot of these idiots from Asmongold's fan base don't understand that. Go ahead and get a dictionary and look that up. But I'm pretty sure you ain't got that. You don't have integrity. You don't have morals. And some people don't want to vote for the lesser evil. They're done with that. Along with the Democratic Party continuing to fail and not give their promises, they just don't want to deal with it. It's not that you don't agree 100%. It's just that they don't want to deal with that. And me, being an American voter, hey, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. We don't try to shame people into voting for Bernie Sanders or AOC or even Harris. You vote for what you want to vote for. And if it's the economy, cool, go for it. If it's immigration, cool, go for it. If it's inequality, go for it. Do what you want. But for Republican voters, which he said, you know, you could just vote for or just agree with the one thing and all the 9 things they don't really care about. No, if you criticize Trump in the way that he deserves to be criticized, they're not going to mess with you. And we've seen that. That's why a lot of Republican officials are scared to speak out, because Trump is going to go after them. So what are you talking about? Oh, if you just agree with the one thing, like, you know, like they're gonna, you know, blah, blah, blah. No. Trump has to be your king. Trump has to be your Lord and Savior. And if you don't accept that, they don't accept you. That's simple. They don't care if you hate black people. They don't care if you hate gay people. They don't care if you're homophobic, anything like that. As long as you suck the nutsack of Donald Trump, you in the club, baby. Well, I'm sorry. Once again, real folks, real men don't get on their knees for nobody. Unless you Jesus Christ himself. I'm just saying. So once again, hey, this guy right here, please be quiet. Go play some video games or something.
Obviously, there are extremes that do not really follow this, but I do think this is a general trend. This is definitely a general cultural trend that liberal thought is much more narrow than conservative thought right now. And the acceptance of different viewpoints, etc., is very, very narrow inside of like liberal and leftist spaces.
Yeah, and to a certain degree, he might be right. I'm not going to align myself with someone who thinks that it is okay to trample over brown people's constitutional rights because they're brown. I'm sorry. I'm not going to work with you if you think treating people, demonizing people, marginalizing people is an okay thing. They created Alligator Alcatraz, and Laura Loomer, is Trump's right-hand lady, talked about feeding Mexicans to the alligators. Trust me, she said a lot more racist thing. That's just the more recent one. I'm sorry, I'm not going to align with you if you think that's an okay thing. Once again, I'm sorry. My family raised me on morals, principles, business, and standing on that. Don't care if I'm the least popular person in the room. I don't do this here for you to like me. I do this because I got something to say, and if you with it, you with it. If you not, kick rocks. That's simple. I don't need to be your friend. I'm a grown 38-year-old man. I don't need your friendship. Especially if you're a hateful bigot watching this, go ahead, kick some rocks. That's simple. Hey, how you guys doing, man? I'm sorry, I kind of got in the zone there, but I'm just saying, because I already know. And this is kind of how I started off my YouTube channel, going after Ben Shapiro, going after Matt Walsh, going after Candace Owens, going after Officer Tatum, and their fan base seems to like want to interact, and they'll say the most craziest things. So I'm kind of used to this. So I'm just kind of giving them their fair warning that I don't care about them subscribing. I don't care about them liking my video. I don't care about them being my friend.
Let's see how you do under pressure. Yeah, I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra.